So recently I've been frustrated trying to figure out a particular meditation practice. That practice being just sitting. It's a Zen practice. I think the Japanese word would be shikantaza, or silent illumination. Either way, I can't seem to find a concise description of this, or at least a coherent description among teachers. It seems like every teacher has their own practice and their own technique behind it. Either way, it doesn't really matter what I'm trying to learn here, as much as the general idea. Kind of an epiphany that I had today that I guess it's really not as much about what you're doing, as long as you're consistent with what you're doing and really exhaust the particular vein you choose to explore. So there's a lot of different people who talk about this just sitting practice. So to use this example again, some of the teachers might be Shinzen Young as a teacher, Brad Warner. A lot of the Zen teachers talk about this practice. Leo Gura, Adyashanti, Osho. A lot of these folks talk in some capacity about just sitting, but they each have their own spin on it. And this was frustrating me as I was trying to find that, that common thread between all these practices. And honestly, now I don't even know if that's going to happen. But I was listening to the Dave Ramsey show earlier, and Dave was talking to this guy who was in debt, and the man was having a conflict with his wife about whether to stay on Dave's plan or whether to take some components and then do their thing with the rest of it. And Dave said, "You aren't really following my plan unless you're following my plan all the way." And that's kind of the same thing here. So I'm thinking rather than trying to find like the archetypal practice of shikantaza or just sitting, maybe it'd be best to just totally commit to one teacher's practice, one teacher's method, and go the full 9 yards under that particular discipline. Do all you can to fully understand that one teacher's training, rather than trying to take a piece from here and a piece from there and jump from one day doing this practice and another day doing this practice. Just do the same practice every single day, constant improvement. In Japanese, that would be called kaizen. And in the long run, really, at least getting somewhere in relation to that one particular practice from the one particular teacher. So I think moving forward in my meditation, this is something that I'm going to do. And I've kind of decided to follow Shinzen Young, because I think Shinzen Young shares a very analytical mind, and he provides one of the most in-depth descriptions of shikantaza that I'm aware of. I also just really trust his teaching in general. He seems like a very well thought out and experienced meditator. So I think I'm going to pursue that path in the future. And that might entail, beyond just reading up online about everything that Shinzen has written, maybe even interviewing him, and really working to master that particular technique. I think a lot of this, if you want to learn more about that idea of mastery, I would recommend the book Mastery by George Leonard. That's kind of foundational in sort of at least the Eastern view of Kaizen or constant improvement. So I'll hopefully have more videos in the future of the specifics and this practice and path of mastery of a very particular technique of do nothing from Shinzen Young. Thank you.